Hello everyone and welcome to the gardening series with Health Through Sustainability. Thanks to Shirisha, we will get lots of tips on growing plants that we want to grow and love to grow but have limited spaces to grow in. If you live in a house which has a boundary wall, how is it that we can use the height of the wall to maximize what we can grow? And the growing space is limited to just about 2 to 3 feet wide, along the wall. And what is it that we can use, the materials that we can use to organize that limited space and get a bountiful harvest of a variety of plants? Which plants we can mix together, how we can keep our costs low by using stuff that we already have in the kitchen. She will also share some information on the timing of plants, when we can grow the plants we want, in which months, which are the plants that have a long harvest season that we can keep harvesting as they grow, and how can we mix the herbs and vegetables with certain other plants that attract bees and ensure that we get a good harvest. Shirisha has shared so many tips with us, so let's just jump right in, learn those tips and apply them to growing a beautiful garden in our own yard. So hi Shirisha, welcome. Thank you for taking out the time for sharing your valuable knowledge and showing us your beautiful garden. And there is, I'm sure, lots that we all can learn from what you're doing in your amazing yard. So let's just start right away. So give us a look at your garden. Let's look at your garden.
So this is view of my garden. It's more like a 24 feet by like 2 feet. Approximately that's big my yard is. As you can see, it's not I don't have much choice, but so what I did is I went with the vines. So this is Karela. So I'm planning to grow more vines this summer. I just started on my garden. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
So basically, I was like trying to lay out my garden where I could, get as much, use from the space that I have. So I'm using like cedar blocks or cement blocks that you normally get in any of the, these stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. So they're like around $1.50 or maybe $1.70 each. So I got them just to get, you don't have to use cement blocks. You can actually plant them, but this is gives me like it's more organized. You lose some space, but it's more organized. That's what I think. It gives you, ideas how to plant what and where to plant. If not, it looks like it's all crumbled up, but now it gives you like good separation of plants. So I have mix of both flowering plants and vegetables like leafy vegetables, and I'm planning to do some vine vegetables as well.
I'm going to stop you for one moment.
Mhm.
So as we can see, you've made 3 rows. So the first row is only one block of the cement you've used, and then the second row in the middle is directly in the soil, and the third row, which is closest to the wall, has 2 blocks stacked.
Right, that's correct. So the idea here is, like you got only this amount of space, right? So like if you want to plant a bigger plant, right, like where it needs a lot of dirt and water, whatnot. So having a single block which is like wouldn't help, so I would need little more than that. So and also it gives you it since it's layered, right? So the one on the top can grow bigger, and I'm planning to plant some herbs that can grow taller, and the one in the middle and one in towards the edge, to the walkway, they're smaller plants. That's how I'm choosing, so that they don't interfere with the sunlight, and they can grow independently. So the one in the middle, they wouldn't be as tall as the one, so even if they grow taller, it doesn't interfere with the one in the back, and vice versa. So that's the plan. So you can get good use of it's like kind of vertical garden to some extent. um, You
Before
know.
planting, you have to know how tall each plant grows. So you can decide
That's correct.
where to put it.
That's correct. Yeah. So if you lay this out initially, what I did is I got all the blocks. I said, okay, I'm going to just put this. This is my plan. So then I came up with the plants saying which one of these would grow, because each plant that you buy or each plant that you grow, more or less how big and how tall it can grow, right? So these herbs, they can, depending on how much you feed, they can grow as big as you want.
Yes,
Or, they could be as short as you want.
right.
So here I got some broccoli. I mean, these are like annual plants, right? So once it's done with its season, I can pluck them off and then put another vegetable which I grow in summer. This is more like a winter one. I did little bit later. I did not plant right away to get it as a winter crop, but this can survive heat. So this will just go into March, and then after March, I had to figure out what I should be growing there.
Right.
So the one here, in these are more like greens, like mustard greens, which you can grow as big as you want, depending on how much nutrition you provide, like the dirt and water, and it will grow as needed. So I'm growing this for more like you know not like a leafy vegetable, but more like just to add it to on the salads, or like more microgreens kind of.
Right. So you can pluck them and they're small and tender.
Yeah, small and tender, yes.
And then the grasses that are growing in the middle of mustard, that is just by itself, right?
No,
This.
this is onion, green onions and green what you call garlic.
Okay, okay.
This is garlic. You can still use like green onions. They it gives flavor, and it's also good for you. So it's when it's green, it's always good.
So you mix, yeah, the mustard with the garlic.
Yeah, I use all this in tadka, like in any of the tadka towards the end,
Yeah,
like dhania, right?
yeah.
So
No, I
um,
mean to say that you've planted the two together.
yes,
Yeah,
because these garlic and onions, it needs like 4 to 6 months to grow, and you can have as many cuttings as you want. You cut these green onions, and then you can use it, and it will grow back.
right.
So
And
until
did
Mhm.
you grow the garlic from the, well, how did you grow? Did you get the seed or did you get just put the garlic as we buy just into the soil? How did you grow the
Yeah,
garlic?
just the garlic that I have in my kitchen, I just put it in
Wow,
the.
and it grows like that.
Ah, yeah, yes. So you put, somewhere, I mean, you can start in like October, November time frame,
Yeah.
and, it will take couple of months, maybe February, March, I think. It will start yielding. So I'm growing mostly for greens, but after, couple of months, you can actually, use that
Bulb.
garlic as well.
So did you put the whole garlic bulb in it?
No, what I did is, I put the garlic bulb in water, so it sprouts. Now you don't even have to do that, but normally, when you leave the garlic in the kitchen, some of them sprout already. You see those green things shooting out, right?
Right,
So
right,
some of them, I took them out and I just put it in the dirt, and they started, producing these shoots. For some of them, I have few more front. I took a bulb, the entire one, and then I put it in water in a day or two. They started sprouting. Once they started sprouting, I put it in the dirt. And
separately
also,
pods or the whole thing? Once they
no,
all
separate.
start, separate the pod.
Yeah,
Separate
separate
the
them.
cloves,
Mhm.
the garlic cloves. You can separate it from that whole big bulb and put it separately, right?
That's correct. So if you separate it out, each one of that would produce, couple of bulbs. So you would need some space. It's kind of like, this space is okay for them. If you have more space, that's better.
Yeah.
If you give more space, it will produce more.
Okay.
So for me, it's kind of constrained, but given what I have, I think that should be okay for me.
I think you've done an amazing job, and you said 2 months. You've started 2 months ago, and considering that, I mean, look at the growth of your plants. It's amazing. What a beautiful job you've done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think it has to do with the dirt as well. I've been using composting. I think that kind of changed the dynamics of the garden. That's what
And
I
we'll
think.
come to that important point little later. First, let's walk
Mhm.
through all your plants.
I use basil a lot. Whether it is decoction or whether it is in the regular cooking, like even for the pasta, I make homemade pasta, so pasta sauce. So
Yeah.
I use that there. Some of the flowers. My kids like flowers, and also I don't want to see all the greens. it's if you have flowers, it looks good, right? The garden looks beautiful. So, and also the other best part of having flowers is it attracts bees, especially marigold. It does attract bees, so it's a good thing to have pollinate. Your natural pollinators.
Yeah.
And I got blackberries. I just started this. It was sometime in October, November. I planted this. I think starting my March. I think it's season for blackberries. So I had to see. This is my first plant in the garden. So I got more flowering, plants here, and this is red cabbage.
Mhm.
I just planted. This is in Telugu we call chikkudu. This is like more like beans family.
Okay.
Um, and this is dhania. And then with the good thing with dhania is you take just your coriander seeds from your spice box. You put it in the dirt and it will start sprouting. So you don't have to do much about it. And I'm planning to now it's more like a several sprouts here, right? So I'm going to keep one or two so
Yeah.
that it can grow like a real plant, and then it can survive until next September, October. So you can have unlimited produce of dhania straight from your garden.
Amazing. In such a small, just one block, you're going to get like sustainable, output.
Yeah, that's the plan. I just want to have plant mostly perennials so
Yes.
that I don't have to spend as much time and energy to plant them. So you have several different options to do that. And we don't have to worry and go to Home Depot or Lowe's to buy each of these plants every year. So some of these, like dhania, is like you always have those seeds in your kitchen. So you just do it for every year, once a year. Some of them, what I heard is with dhania, it can live couple of years, but I have to test it out. So
Ah, wow.
we'll see.
And the red cabbage, where did you get that?
So this is from either from Home Depot or like maybe another garden store. I don't remember the garden
These were
store,
little
but it's
plants, right? Small
yeah.
plants.
These are like seedlings that they sell, like set of 4 or set of 6, like for $3-4.
Yeah.
So that's the one I got. Since then they've been surviving okay. I kind of did. I should have started a little bit early, but I did not get my this thing done until later. So I started October, November.
Yeah.
But had I started a little bit early, these could have been, I could have got some produce already.
Yeah.
But yeah. So these are some, just sprouted peas. So I'm hoping they'll survive this weather.
Yeah.
I got a couple of peas in, some of these. So peas is also vine. So since I was, telling I don't have much space, I have a big wall which supports. So I'm going with all the vines for my, vegetable gardening, so that I could utilize the space and, just.
Can we look at your wine, please? Like how you've put it on the wall?
Yes, so basically, these are the rods that you get from Home Depot. I think it's like $3-4 each. And even this sheet, this is like around $6-7.
So
Um,
this came as a trellis, or did you put it up? Make it like a trellis.
So basically this is like 7 feet by maybe 3 feet or 4 feet. It just comes this way. It's like a metal iron sheet
Great.
where it was not painted, since it's iron, right? So it rusts. So we got my husband got this paint, and he just painted this just to so it won't rust. So
Okay.
this is like a sheet, and what we did is he got these rods, right?
Yeah.
And then he tied this zip ties.
Right.
So this rod, we just put it in the one of the cement, this block, right? So
Right.
that it's sturdy enough. We don't have to dig a hole, so that came handy.
Yeah.
So this is very simple setup. I mean, there might be other better, in the sense like better, cheaper alternatives, but this is more like I don't have to spend too much effort, right? So
Can you pan left and right and let's see your trellis left to right?
So basically, I kind of completely, I'm planning to cover entire wall. Now
Wow.
I got like,
Yeah.
so 1, 2, 3, 4 of them now, right?
Yes.
So, same idea. You get these rods, secure those rods, and,
Yeah.
put this in between, and then, secure with zip ties. Here, I did not have another rod because, we just use the two trellis, and use the zip ties so that it's stable
Supportable.
enough.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Excellent. So let's go back to the plants.